여기도 왠지 입구컷 느낌인데? 서브캐를 떠나서 일단 여기 불멍 한번
Not one
때리고.
more step. The
아니요,
Tanakh don't
불멍만
suffer
좀 때릴게요.
outlanders in the clanlands.
아, 님들
I
친구
was
나가
given right of
도와줬다고.
passage by Marshal Fashav. I'm not here to fight.
Hair like blood. This is the warrior who defeated Gruda,
야, 님들의 구원자.
champion of the traitor Regala. Her life is not ours to take.
말이
may
통하는
enter.
분이시네, 이분.
But mind our ways. You will be watched.
I'll keep that in mind.
선생님도 불멍 때린데 어디지? 저 여기에 불멍 좀 때리고 올게요. 심지어 나 들어가려고 하지도 않았었어. 지나가려고 했는데. 그저 지나가려고 했었는데 제지를 당했던 거고요. 죄송합니다. 여기 서브캐. 전의 상자. 어?
I don't need a chaplain telling me
뭡니까?
that.
뭘 도와드릴까요? 드라카시?
We don't get those hearts, we don't get water, and everyone dies.
What's going on?
I'm going back to the pens. I'll gut those machines myself.
So machines did this?
An Easterner with a hair like blood. The Outlander from the embassy.
이분들은 말이 좀 통하는 분들이네, 이 동네
You
사람들은.
killed Greta, Regala's champion. He was one of ours.
It's Aloy, and I'm not looking for any trouble.
Maybe I could use some trouble right about now.
Out there is a big herd my people harvest. We take the machines' hearts, send them to our capital, get paid with water. It's harder every year. Killer machines keep showing up to defend the herd. Last one hit us right as we were penning up our prey. Nearly wiped us out. But our quarry is still in the pens, which means if I can get their hearts, we can trade for the water we need.
If you go out there alone, you'll probably wind up dead, Draka.
I'm not going alone, Chaplain. The great champion killer's coming
제가요?
with me.
How about you answer some
이거
questions
강제
first?
하청 아닙니까, 이거는? 질문 클이다.
What can you tell me about this herd?
Been there for years. We harvest the parts we need from it. No more, no less. New machines always show up to replace our kills.
What about the killer machines you mentioned?
They guard the herd. The more we take out, the more arrive. First sawtooths, then
레비저
ravagers.
되게 세던데.
Now,
앞으로도
sandblasted
그렇게 세.
thunderjaw
썬더조
hit us
에바.
right as we were herding machines into our pens. Had to leave half my hundred
아직
behind to
썬더조는
fend
이
it off.
편에서는 안 죽여봤어.
Only survivors are the ones you see here.
나 기계 심장 있는데 드릴까요?
You mentioned the capital gives you water.
There's no
하청으로
giving.
귀찮아지는
We pay
것보다
tribute for it with
하나
machine parts.
심장 드리는 게 나을 것
Parts
같은데?
being
저
the
안
most
팔고
valuable.
있거든요.
Every other desert village has some resource to exchange. But the capital of Scalding Spear is the only one with a constant supply of water. Here in dry country, it's the same as holding everyone's lives in their hands.
It is the way of the desert. How we've always survived.
Yeah.
Doesn't sound like you like this commander of yours.
Survival in the desert requires a more disciplined approach than
이
that of other
빨간 거랑
clans.
부족이
means she
내가
really likes her
하나랑
rules
다르지
and
않나?
order.
컬러가
But you
달랐던 것
don't.
같은데?
I just don't like hers.
This is insubordination.
I must be dehydrated.
I heard him calling you chaplain. What does that mean?
It means I've survived our youth and outlived my brethren in many battles. As such, I counsel the Desert Clan. Those who reach my age are meant to share our wisdom with the young. Keep them on the true warrior's path when their stubbornness kicks up dust and clouds it.
You knew Regala's champion, Gruda.
He was one of ours. So was Regala. Desert Clan's pride and joy.
Why is she attacking her own people?
She feels betrayed. Regala was a legend among our clan, fearless and unrelenting. A marshal to Hikaru, chief of all Tanakh. His judgment made flesh.
What changed?
The Karja king asked for peace, and Hikaru agreed. Regala wanted payment in kind for the atrocities the Karja committed. A Tanakh empire that would push into the east. So she challenged Hikaru's decision. He had no choice but to face her in combat.
Hikaru won. She should have died by his hand then, but the chief let her live. For Tanacht, that kind of mercy is a bitter drink.
Now that she rides machines and murders marshals, we might not be able to ignore her camps in the desert for much longer.
No one in the desert clan's touching those camps. This is between Regala and Hikaru. If the chief's strong enough to lead, he'll prevail. If he doesn't, he'll make way for one who is.
That's a little harsh, isn't it?
So's the desert.
여러분, 기계심장 드릴까요? 저 오늘 생일이거든요. 큰 인심 쓸 수 있습니다.
I'll help you harvest those pen machines if I can. Probably better if you don't do it on your own. Seems like your village needs you right now.
I like her.
An outlander after my own heart. We can leave now, or I can meet you at our outpost southeast of here.
나중에 봐요.
I have something to take
혹시
care of
모르니까.
first. You go on ahead.
I'll wait at the outpost for as long as I can.
May the 10 protect you then. I'll await your return and report to the capital.
Yeah, you do that.
한양을 향한 갈증 의리인데 그냥 소지품 보시면 심장 많거든요. 여기에 심장 콜렉터라고 불러줘도 괜찮습니다. 아무튼 될 것 같은데 뭐 원하는 심장이 없나 보지 이 중에? 좀 머네요. 아 톨렉 또 있다. 아 젠장을 톨렉이 또 있고요. 캐니스터 버러운 또 뭐요? 이것도 썬더줘요? 레비저? 아 레비저 빡세던데. 근데 제가 이거 한번 해볼까 싶긴 하거든요. 이거? 건틀릿? 경주하는 거라서 조금 애매하긴 한데 일단 여기가 마을이니까 조금 쇼핑 조금 해주고 그러고 나서 움직여보도록 하겠습니다.
Storm's on its way.
상자 먹어주시고 환영식 해야지. 나만의 작은 환영식. 아무도 환영해주지 않지만 나는 내 몫은 내가 챙기거든요. 여기에 약초사 살 거고 그리고 좀 뭐 있으시죠? 여기 물음표는 뭘까? 또 하청이겠지? 뭔가? 아니고 보관함? 선생님 좋은 신상! 아씨 더러운 거 있잖아. 된장을 아니 왜 이거를 건틀릿끼리 비교를 안 하시고 왜 엉뚱한 거랑 비교를 하시죠? 근데 어차피 둘 다 못 삽니다. 재료가 없거든요. 뭐 그냥 눈독 들인 거였고 아 그냥 돈만 주고 좀 팔라고. 이거 한번 말이나 걸어보고 한번 맛보기만 한번 해봅시다.
I see you carry a bow. Good. You'll need to use it if you want to win.
Against the other racers?
They will if you don't. We put everything
아,
on the line
진짜?
when we get on that track.
나 뭐
It's
타면서
worth
할 쏜 적이 없는데.
You could test run the track if you want to. Just let me know when you're ready for the real thing.
그냥 가봐. 뭐 연습한다고 제가 더 잘하진 않습니다. 이래도 저래도 못하거든요. 그럴 거라면 그냥 바로 실전 들어가.
Let's do this.
All right. Everyone get ready.
이래도 못하고 저래도 못하면 뭐가 많은데. 이래도 못하고 저래도 못하면 그냥 실전 들어가서 시간 전략이라도 해. 이렇게 해야 된다고? 빨리. 그냥 너무 느린데요. 하나씩 쟤네들끼리 제거하다 보면 회복! 히야! 맞아라! 회복! 누가 또 나 쳤고? 에라이씨! 한 대씩 쳐! 비껴라! 다 비껴! 다 비껴! 달리고 비껴! 달리고 달리고 너도 비켜. 달리고 달리고 달리고. 앞에 1등 안 하면 안 되나요? 3등이고요. 빨리 달려 달려. 이거 뭔데? 화살 보충? 인가봐. 야 맞아라. 달리고 달리고. 놀랐지? 얍. 너도 맞아. 한 번 더 맞아. 왜 안 달려? 아 왜 안 가? 야 맞아. 맞아. 달리고 달리고 달리고. 회복. 달리고 달리고. 빠샤 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 빠샤. 달리고 달리고. 빠샤. 안 맞아. 꼭 빠샤. 비켜. 비켜 비켜. 나는 후려친다. 비켜 비켜 비켜. 아이도 3등인데? 둘을 잡아야 되겠다. 비켜 임마. 비켜 임마. 가차. 1등이다. 빨리 달려. 화살도 나발이고 빨리 달리고. 회복. 달려 비켜 임마. 다 왔나? 아니고요. 아직도 남았고요. 빨리. 오지마. 회복. 빨리 바로 가고. 보스인가요? 이런거. 아니 도대체 언제 끝나냐고. 회복. 회복. 달리고 달리고. 회복. 아니 언제 끝납니까 이거. 나 손가락 손목 나갈 것 같아. 계속 X 눌려가지고 손목 나갈 것 같아. 빨리 회복. 회복. 필요 없고 회복. 언제 끝나냐고. 회복. 언제 끝나냐고. 해커린가 나발인가 다 잡아야 되는데. 다 와가는데. 회복. 빨리. 결승선인 것 같은데. 오케이 1등. 별거 아니네 저것들.
Here,
내놔.
prize for
뭔데?
winning the race.
돈으로 주세요.
You earned it.
아니면 겁나 센 무기를 주던지.
I think you owe me some answers.
Name's Ata. As for how we got these mounts, most of us here used to be rebels. Joined Regala's army thinking we'd get a chance to fight in a real war against the Karja. Instead, Regala slaughtered our own in cold blood, barren light.
그때 그
We made
전투겠지?
it back to camp. We snuck out on our mounts and never looked back. Been racing the clan lands ever since. Decided we were better off on our own. No rules, no chiefs. Just the speed of
아
our mounts
손목이
and the
너무
taste of
아파요.
blood.
Doesn't sound
S 버튼
too
너무
bad,
눌러더니
I
손목이
guess.
너무 아파.
Where's your quiet friend? The one with the mask. He didn't join the race.
He gave up his spot so you could join. Probably for the best.
걔가 지존인가?
What makes you say that?
That one hasn't lost a single race. Doubt you would have gotten your answers if he stuck around.
Maybe.
You know, Hax found a spot to set up a race at the farthest end of lowland territory, right by the beach. Make your way there.
또
Maybe there'll be a
하자고?
spot waiting for you.
If I'm in the area, I'll think about it.
You here to join the race?
아니 초반이라서 쉬어가지고 겨우 이긴 것 같은데 벨로우 배우는 또 뭐? 그런 것 같은데 또 경주를 한다고쇼? 아니 뭐 딱 적어주지도 않구만. 아무튼 경주 맛보기로 살짝 해봤고요. 아우 손목 아파. 손가락 아파. 여기 전초기지 하나 털고 이건 뭐지? 아 페어네. 거기 잡는 데고. 그러면 어찌 되었든 이런 것 좀 하고 이 전초기지는 아마 퀘스트랑 관련된 건 아닌 것 같아요. 이런 반란군 전초기지 그냥 소규모는 별거 아니라 가지고 이제 편집 안 하고 넣으면 너무 분량이 길어지니까 제가 지금 개인적으로 하고 있거든요. 이건 이제 계속 개인적으로 털기로 하고 페어도 굳이 싶긴 해서 뭐 스토리상 크게 없어가지고 그냥 퍼즐 푸는 거니까 편집하고 있거든요. 그러니까 그렇게 계속 해 나가다가 조금 스토리가 있거나 그런 거가 나오면 다시 또 녹화를 해보도록 하겠습니다. 아, 이거는 해야 되겠구나. 일단 근데 저 위에부터 밝히고 가보도록 할게요. 제가 드론을 2개인가? 2개인가 3개인가? 아무튼 잡았어요.
Your
그래서
Karja friend
Ah.
came through.
드론이
She went to that Oseram camp you two were looking for to the southwest.
뭐가 여기다. 아무튼 그래서 이거 한번 해보려고 궁금해서 한번 가지고 왔습니다. 여기요? 연결? 이렇게 되는데.
There we go. More data for the dome.
3개. 3개 한 거.
Error. Data missing.
아, 이거야, 이거? 부품 농민. 그럼 뭐가 되는데? 뭐죠?
I
오.
like this one.
아, 아이아 씨 마음에 들게 해준 거야. 이거 내가 그건 건가? 이거를 수집한 동네 모습이 나오는 건가? 그래서 배경 바꿔주는 거요? 배경화면? 바탕화면? 아이아 씨에게 바탕화면 바꿔주는 건가요? 근데 난 이거 아무것도 없는 이 우주 같은 이 느낌이 좋은데? 아, 이건 사막 쪽에서 갖고 온 거라서 그렇고, 이건 좀 너무 숨 막힌다. 아니, 뭐죠? 그냥 아예 아무것도 없는 걸로 하는 게 좋을 것 같은데요? 그냥 가이아 씨는 이걸 몇백 년, 수십 년, 수백 년 보고 왔으니까. 아, 이거는 역병이 보이잖아요. 역병은 좀 그렇지 않습니까, 가이아님? 그냥 기본 바탕화면. 윈도우로 치자면 그걸로는 안 되니까 에러 해줘 그냥. 그냥 그나마 이걸로 해줘야 되나? 제일 처음에? 빨리 해줘요. 우리 되게 오래 걸리네.
Good choice.
아, 이게 마음에 드나봐. 딴 거는 대사 안 치는데 아 이것도 조금 그렇긴 한데. 괜찮습니까? 그냥 그러면 숲에 계세요. 난 좀 마음에 안 든다. 저는 좀 마음에 안 들지만 어쩔 수가 없네요. 드론이었고 아무튼 이런 식으로 바뀐다는 거. 나는 지겹다 이 배경. 없어졌다. 오케이 굿. 난 저게 마음에 드네. 잠깐 그거였고 지금 굉장히 뻘짓하고 다니고 있어요. 얘는 됐고 제조 터미널은 무슨 그런 게 없을 텐데. 그리고 이거 하느니 차라리 뭐랄까 무기 먼저 업그레이드 하는 게 맞긴 해서 뭐지? 제조 터미널이 그리고 막 필살기 같은 거 너무 많이
Looks like this room's changed.
바뀌었다고?
Is that your doing, Gaia?
잘 모르겠는데요, 저는?
Yes.
원래
I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
너무 한 거 없을 텐데. 엄니, 엄니가 너무 안 빠져요. 이빨이 너무 단단하게 잇몸에 박혀 있는지 도저히 안 떨어지고요, 엄니가. 근데 심지어 보라색이야. 금색도 아니야. 주황색도 아니야. 뿔이 3개야. 중추신경이랑 이 두는 했는데. 그러면 가마솥이 2개 정도 더 있나 보네, 기본적으로. 그러하고요. 아우, 재료 노가다 너무 심하고요. 뭐야, 너 여기 있었어?
Aloy,
Sorry,
아주 푹
I didn't mean to
빠졌구만.
startle you.
하나 더 사실래요?
You sure you're okay being alone in here?
포커스
I have
10개
Gaia,
사시면 할인해드림.
and learning how to interpret the glyphs of the old ones, it keeps me occupied.
Have you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes. The Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids. But Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me.
근데 왜 아직도 남았지?
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the
녀석
history of
설마
the old
주인공의
ones,
자리를 노리고 있는 건 아니겠지?
including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you.
근데 그 세계관을 받아들이고
Past,
이해를
but
한다는 게
reborn?
되게 뭐랄까 대단한
Not that I
친구인
claim
것
to
같긴 해.
understand how.
You mentioned you've been teaching yourself how to read?
Yes. Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the old ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but
이제 너 그거
It's been
없이는
working
못
so
살걸? 포커스 없이는?
That's good to hear.
불편해서?
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
she did. Though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here. It is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking that such life should be bent on destroying ours.
왜 이렇게
I
많아?
was hoping you could tell me more about the land gods.
For generations they
지금
provided for us.
프라우혼인가? 그것도 이제
Seeding and
잡을 수
harvesting
있거든요.
the fields of
서쪽
Plainsong.
지대로 가면?
Food for all.
내가 다
A
잡아줄까?
miracle of endless bounty. A blessed land, providing sustenance for my people. Until the derangement. They had always enriched the soil, but for several seasons they have glutted it endlessly with mulch. At least now I know why. The repair bay below was meant to renew them. Without it, they became sick. That is why I must find a way to heal them before my people starve.
나 지금 걔 잡고 다니고 있는데 걔네는 별개겠지 땅의 신이랑?
So, how does a tribe like
마리만
the
있으면 되는 거
Utaru
아닙니까?
manage to maintain the peace with warriors like the Tanakh?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tanakh looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tanakh saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tanakh with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tanakh would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
I believe I've met them already. I've been meaning to ask, what's the deal with you and the chorus? You didn't seem to be on the best of terms.
That's what happens when you're the one Utaru who insists on publicly defying them. Twice. When the
합격!
Karja invaded the
당신은
Utaru
나랑 함께 할 수
plains,
있습니다.
they did more than just attack our villages. They burned our fields, took our people as slaves, and murdered those who were too weak to make the trip back to Meridian.
To be sacrificed in the Sun Ring.
I was helping the healers back then, as waves of refugees swarmed into Plainsong. The chorus was divided in how to face the invaders. Some saw sense in raising arms. Others believed the dishes would keep us safe, as they had many times before. And while they bickered, I buried the seeds of the fallen.
It couldn't have been easy. Seeing your people suffer while the Karja invaded your lands.
I come from a small village near Plainsong. My grandmother used to say there was no seed that wouldn't grow there. I moved to the dishes when I decided to apprentice as a healer. When the Red Raids began, I thought about going back. But the injured kept pouring into Plainsong, day after day. So I kept putting it off. One day, I woke up to hear a Karja raiding party had ransacked my village during the night. I rushed there with the healers to help the survivors, but there weren't any left. The smell of burning flesh haunts me to this day.
I'm sorry, Zoe.
I made it a point to appear before the chorus as soon as we returned, to demand that we take a stand against the invaders. I was denied. So I left to fight on my own.
You said you set out to fight the Karja alone?
I did. But it turned out I wasn't the only one. News of my disagreement with the chorus spread through the plains. Before I knew it, I had more than a dozen Utaru warriors ready to follow me into battle. We knew we couldn't take on the Karja armies head-on, but we also knew the lay of the land better than they did. We ambushed smaller raiding parties, sabotaged their supply lines, and hit their encampments at night.
Sounds like you were a force to be reckoned with.
Enough that the Tenakth took notice. When the clans began to push the Karja back east, they let us join their ranks. We chased the enemy all the way to Barren Light.
계속 꼬리를
You said you
물리치는-
were at Barren Light when the Tenakth defeated the Karja?
Tenakth marshals climbed the cliffs of the Daunt under cover of night, then attacked from the other side. Before we knew it, the gates were open, and the full force of the clans burst through. What happened next was not something I like to remember. When all the dust and blood settled, I smelled it again. The stench of burnt flesh. Our enemies defeated. What was left of my squad returned to the Utaru Plains. I went back to Plainsong. But even as the harvest passed, it didn't feel like I'd truly returned at all.
Is that when you became a grave singer?
I thought soothing the suffering of others would somehow appease my own. Then you came along and gave me a choice. I could either sing at people's graves or fight for a chance to keep them alive.
I'm glad you chose the latter.
그러면 이쪽 파트는 끝나네. 네. 못 본 거 아니지?
I need to go, but if you need anything, you can contact me through your focus.
I'll keep that in mind.
그래도 긍정적으로 받아들여서 다행이다. 이 포커스에 대한 거? 감정력 빠져있으니까. 나는 어디로 가는가 하면 이거 무슨 뭐지? 잠깐만요. 여기 안에 뭐가 있나? 아무것도 안 된다고? 아, 여기도 제발 멍멍 때릴 수 있는 거. 아, 그래. 보관함이고? 여기 안쪽에 내부에 좀 빠라이동 있었으면 좋겠어요. 너무 귀찮고요. 밖에서 들어와야 되는 게 보관함 근처에 불멍이 있어야 되는 거 아닙니까? 일단 이게 에반데 이거 다 잡는 건 에반데. 그리고 저 진짜
Aloy, over here.
진짜로 뭐랄까 버스 타고 다닌다고 베이모스 뭐요. 버스 타고 다닌다고 완전 재료들도 다 판진했거든요. 그걸 또 살려니까 돈이 아까워. 은근히 비싸요.
Oh, you came. I'm touched.
You'll have to excuse the mess. Our soldiers use this place to prepare themselves before herding machines into the canyon and harvesting parts. Feel free to take any supplies you need.
다 챙겼는데요.
Our prey isn't far.
I'm right behind you.
This way. Sooner we get those machine hearts, the faster we'll get the water we need.
아 맞아.
Can't believe an
신장
outlander would lend us
신장이었지.
a hand
신장
in our
그냥
own
갖고
clan.
가시라니까. 내가 드린 거.
Our so-called commanders always talking about how scarce water is in the
그쪽
desert.
아니에요? 아닙니다.
But do you really think anyone installed in Spears dying of thirst? Or our own squad?
괜히 겁주려고 저쪽에 서
Our
있었던
clan
건가?
should be led by someone who knows what it's like. to fight
블로우
tooth and
백
nail
잡으러
to
가는
survive.
건가?
And I'm guessing that someone is you?
치커린지 치커린지
Make
하려고
sure everyone gets all the
궁금한
water they need,
해보는데.
no matter what village they're from.
Didn't Jataka say you guys have too little to go around to begin with?
I'm sure I'd be able to fix that somehow. There's always a way.
We're here.
뭐죠? 선생님 왜 뒤로 빠지시죠? 수상한데 또 나 혼자
I'll
가라
help you
그러려고
harvest machine
그러지.
hearts if it'll get water for your people.
Oh, it will. That's the canyon we draw machines into. Then we block them in and pick them off. Now, we'll have to climb over the barricade to get in. When we do, be ready to fight.
한다고 쇼?
I already lost good people in there. Can't wait to see the champion killer in action.
저
You go and I'll
완전
follow.
쩔인데요. 그 싸움 몰라 못하는데요. 그냥 파밍만 열심히 하는 일개 수시민일 뿐입니다.
I'll rip through my squad.
I'm sorry, Draka.
They were
여러분
warriors.
앞에 사냥이 한 번 더
We should get
있었는데
started.
그걸 제가 잠깐 쉬고 돌아왔을
Someone's
때
alive. By the
깜빡하고
rocks.
녹화 버튼을 안 누르고
Stash this
클리어를
away for later.
해버렸네요. 그래서 좀 뜬금없이 이쪽으로 와 버렸는데요. 거기에서 기계랑 한판 거하게 싸우고 이제 이쪽으로 왔습니다. 이제 나는 그거 하면 끝날 줄 알았는데 또 싸워야 되나 봐. 어디 갔어?
Speak sense, soldier.
Burrowers.
아 미친.
Time for a scrap.
제 불이었나? 세상이 더러워. 불 내성이네. 그럼 너 뭐야? 아이씨 아프잖아. 여기가 난리 났다. 아우 시끄러. 초음파. 아 일반 화살이 아니었구나. 너무 가까이 왔네. 너무 피가 얼마 안 남았네. 어디 갔어? 록다운 치명적 공격. 들어가주시고. 또 있어? 일로 와라. 나 많이 들었고. 탑! 록다운. 일격. 가지고. 나무. 오, 라스트 한 끝. 아이씨, 뭐야.
Underjaw's back.
어? 아니, 잠깐만요, 선생님. 얘기가 다른데요. 썬도주는 뭐 어떻게 잡아야 되는데. 돌았나. 저 패기 넘치는 거 보소? 미친놈 아니야, 저거? 나 그러면 피 좀 채워야 돼.
This storm won't last forever. I can push through.
저 녀석 죽으면 안 되는 건가? 썬도주는 뭐죠? 아, 또 정화수야? 아, 나 이거 다 쓰고 왔는데? 와, 이거 어떡하지? 화살 여기서 캔 뗐냐고 그렇군. 어디 갔어? 일단 여기 거 먼저 떼놓고 제가 요 앞에 한 번 죽었는데 요 건너편에 또 하나 더 있거든요. 거기를 미리 떼놔. 먼저 내가 들켜서 시비가 털려버리면 저놈이 날 공격하기 때문에 어그로꾼한테 지금 관심 가 있을 때 난 모든 작업을 맞춰놔야 돼. 자, 여기 이 녀석 거 하나 더 뜯어서 오케이. 뜯었다. 공격 들어가야 돼. 일단 최대한 이걸로 피를 많이 빼야 돼. 약점 그곳이냐. 나 투샤 죽어라. 이제 어그로 나한테 풀리겠지? 아, 앵꼬 났어. 레이저. UFO 뛰었고 빨리. 아! 안돼. 빨리 약을 빨고 어디였지? 저거 나머지 하나 일단 반피를 뺐기 때문에 요거 나머지 하나로 반피 운 좋으면 되고 아니면 내가 또 극딜 박아야 되는 거고 여기 아니고요. 아 왜 이렇게 멀어? 아 저쪽 있잖아. 빨리. 아씨 나 보이는 거 아니야? 아니야 일단 어그로꾼에게 캐논 있는 데까지 왔는데 안돼 거기가 안돼. 거의 다 됐어. 앵꼬 났고 거의 죽었는데? 오케이! 잘한다. 아, 개빡세네 진짜.
We did it! Hey, do me a favor and get the thunder jar's heart. I need to check on that soldier.
심장도 진짜.
Well, this'll do. I should check on Draka and that soldier.
진짜 이거 그냥 타이밍 문제인 것 같아. 아니 갑자기 아무런 채비도 안 하고 썬더조에 뭐 어떡해. 해도 코드가 있다고? 안 돼요. 해도 코드야. 아닌 것 같은데? 여기 이거 타이밍은 잘 잡으면 별거 아닌데 여기서 캐논이 양쪽에 있으니까 그렇긴 한데 한 번 딱 타겟팅이 들어와 버리면 나 되게 집요하게 막 따라 붙어가지고 조져버리기 때문에 힘드네. 산성 제가 앞에 거기서 산성을 너무 다 이미 승진을 해버렸어. 그래서 한 번도 못 갈고 하다 보니까 빡세네 진짜. 이런 좀 죽어가자 고쳐 할 수 없냐고. 아까 그 뭐였죠? 어려운가? 얘네들도 못했는가? 썬더도 또 나오는 거 아니겠지? 시차 확인하는데? 살아있네.
You did good, soldier. You're going back home. Thanks to this one.
You were the one who refused to leave your people behind.
I know I'm racking up favors here, but, did you take those hearts back to Arrowhand? We'll be right behind you.
슈틀도 시켜?
Of course. Be careful.
With that Thunderjaw heart in hand, we'll get all the water we need. Thank you, Aloy.
화살 쥔 손으로 돌아가기. 정말 돌아가고 싶다. 돌아갈래. 어디요? 와, 이 썬더조 서식지인데? 아닌가? 아, 벨로백이고요. 뭐 보고 뭐 보고 놀란다더니 너무 무섭고요. 죽을까봐. 이렇게 되면 다른 분들 찍고 갈까? 여기 아래도? 만들 수가 없어.
Well, thanks to you, she bolted like a hair on fire.
We have company.
There's gotta
Why
be.
not rest for a moment? Seen those Tenarch riding machines? Go up and over. Thing is, these ones don't seem that aggressive.
두 번 죽으면서 잡았더니 아우 너무 빡세고. 아니 여기 무기상이 없나? 아 여기 보관함이랑 그런 거 있구나. 와 너무 빡센데.
Are you lost?
Spark to steel. Aren't you a jewel in a junk heap?
Excuse me?
Hold the hammer? I know you. You're that Nora. The savior! My savior! Right in the nick of time. The name's Poor Guff Delvesman, chief delver and leader of Poor Guff's expeditioners and purveyors of fine delve wares.
What am I saving you from, exactly?
Death and despair, my steel flame friend. See, this grand expedition here has had a minor setback. Not far from here, there's a secret tunnel. A passage of the old ones, lost and then found. Me and half the crew came through first. The other half was supposed to follow right after. But days later, only one man turned up, shivering like a frog in chill water. Only thing we got out of him was that death and darkness chased them as the tunnel collapsed. Died with his eyes wide, he did.
I've been to the tunnel's eastern side. The way was blocked by rubble. There was also a body, one of your delvers, I guess, but no sign of the rest of the crew.
Keep your voice down, will you? The rest of the crew's already spooked. They're refusing to press on with the delve until they're assured a way out of here.
You lost half your crew and you're worried about the delve.
We gotta make their sacrifice worth something, right? And besides, now that you're here, maybe our sand-stranded days are over. Help me get that tunnel reopened, and I'll cut you in on the delver's fee. What do you say?
Was there a Karja traveling with your expedition? A man by the name of Amatus?
We always pick up a few travelers on the road. A Kaja here, Banuk there. Never learn their names, though. They don't stick around long. But I have a scout who might know. Likes the whole getting to know people thing. He's out surveying the area, trying to find some other route out of here. Should be back later, if he doesn't get himself killed.
Right. So this camp, it's your base of operations?
What operations? The plan was to move further south once the rest of the expedition joined us. The delve is right out beyond those dunes. But now the crew refuses to budge until this tunnel mess gets sorted out. They've even given this place a name. Camp Nowhere. I think they're mocking me.
Yeah, I think they are. How did you learn about this secret tunnel?
The art of the delve, of course. A delver's only as good as his nose sense for good sights. All right, fine. I heard about 3 Osram who knew a way to bypass those bloodthirsty Tanakh. Tap the untouched delves of the West. So then I may have employed someone with the know-how for finding and following.
A spy.
Look, if the rumors are true, there's enough
이건
delving to
당연히 다
employ a
10개도
dozen
떨어지네.
operations.
다 뭐
But someone has to
10개
take
뭐
the first plunge,
뭐 그렇게
establish a base camp, set up a reliable supply route, guard the site against machines.
Figures the Osram would turn sand into shards, I guess.
Exactly.
What do you know about this area?
Well, north of here you got those vicious Tanakh. I heard rumor they drink blood instead of water. That's how they survive this wasteland. And south, it has it all. Death, desert, and the delve. Imagine, if you will, a vast grave of the old ones. Ruins of twisted metal concealed by the sands. All guarded by storms and machines so fierce that you wish you had a flock of glinthawks swooping down on you instead. Not even the Tanakh venture into the ruins' depths. Only the bravest explorers dare enter.
Like yourself.
Of course. Eventually.
I'll see what I can do about the tunnel.
Ha ha! My savior.
For the crew trapped here with you, not your delve.
One and the same.
That it? Over there?
That it is. Oh, and while you're at it, would you mind keeping an eye out for my lockbox? The second crew was supposed to bring the rest of the supplies and belongings. I'd hate to lose it to the wilds. It was hand-carved by my dear old ma.
I'll bring it back if I find it.
I'd appreciate it. Good luck, Still Flame.
손익분기점? 아! 손익분기점이라고 하니까 마음이 약간 아프면서 그쵸? 주식이 좀 그렇죠? 봅시다. 아, 이거 뭐 일단 또 하나 더 받아야 돼. 무기를 좀 괜찮은 걸 마련을 해야 되는데 그러려면 메인키를 일단 밀어야 되겠지? 사이드보다는? 민다. 뭘 밀죠?
Now she's in the wilds, all alone. Forge knows all the things that could kill her out there.
Someone ran off?
I forgot her name. Kept quiet. Couldn't tell if she was shy or scared. All I know is she didn't want anyone near her things.
That's for sure. I was just curious is all. She didn't have to slug me.
Your glass jaw ain't the problem, lugnut. The girl is. All alone in the bush. And this is Tanakh territory.
Which way did she go?
West up the slope. Look for her if you can.
I will.
Careful now. Girl's maladjusted.
불안정한 신.
Got
여기
something you
또
want to hear, Red?
You feeling bold? There's a Tanakh
아, 소문
outpost nearby.
못 참지.
The rebel kind.
네, 선생님 저번에 그 광산 앞에서 뵀던 그 아저씨는 닮았는데? 약간 명계남씨 거기다고 이거.
One of our scouts found some ancient ruins southwest of
이거는
here.
페어
Had a
정보
look for
오는
myself,
거구나.
but came out empty-handed. I can't shake the feeling we missed something. Oh well. Must be my disappointment talking.
Maybe you'll have better luck next time.
근데 이걸 찾아도 뭐죠? 금속꽃 같이 생긴 게 제법 있어가지고 막히는 게 있어서 좀 짜증나긴 하거든요. 그런가 보면. 이거는 빠른 이동 있으니까 일단 두고 여기 피난처랑 여기 빠른 이동 좀 찍어야 돼. 메인캐가 어디요? 아, 맞아. 화살 진송 가야 되지? 저쪽 들렀다 올까? 빠른 게 있으니까. 일단 퀘스트 하나 마무리를 해야 보상을 받으니까.
You've returned. Where's Draka?
시커 뺐습니다. 시커 뺐어.
Just a little late, Chaplain.
너도 좀
Getting some
걸렸구나.
extra baggage on the
뻘짓
way
많이
back.
하다 왔는데.
She's got the machine hearts, including a Thunderjaws. You should have seen this
이렇게
flame in the
힘들게
desert.
잡았는데 이걸 줘야
Here.
되나?
Something to commemorate our heroic victory.
A victory indeed. Command will be relieved to hear about this.
Get them to Scalding Spear as soon as you can. And tell the commander how many had to die to get them.
Huntress, may I have a word? Rumors have made their way west. They say that in addition to your bow
선생님
and
그
spear,
포커스 하나 사실래요?
you have a kind of second sight,
단돈 1,000원.
especially for matters that have to do with the old ones.
That's one way to put it.
So it's true. You've done well by my clan, but our troubles may not be as easily settled as Draka believes. I think your second sight might be just what we need.
What exactly is the problem?
Not here. Meet me at Scalding Spear. I'll explain everything.
I'll see you there when I can.
Good.
너무
The
바쁘네요.
entire
시간이.
clan might depend on it.
용도의 존망까지 달렸다고? 아이씨. 인구도 심장, 행운 심장 뺏겼다. 행운 심장은 내가 거기서 얻은 것인가?
I offer you an honorable trade.
선생님, 좋은 것 좀 들여놔 주세요.
My stock will be here next time.
신상 없으니까 신상.
Are you certain there's nothing you require?
아, 일단 메인캐를 가야 되는데. 이제 새로운 마을로 입성을 하는데 여기서 내가 사냥 좀 한다고 미트? 지금 거기 나오네? 뭐라고 하진 않겠지? 안 죽었어. 얘 왜 안 죽음? 애완동물이었어? 화살 꽂힌 채로 안 죽어 얘. 무적이야. 동물 독출자. 야! 뭐야? 이거 레비저가처럼 돼버렸어요. 등에. 레비저였나? 뭐 아무튼 저거 스크래퍼였나? 아무튼 뭐 있지 않아요? 이 녀석처럼. 와, 이거 뭐 버그가 별게 다 있네 진짜. 아니 저 여기 입구 어딥니까? 이거 지나쳐 온 것 같은데? 쟤 저쪽에 움직이지도 않아. 내가 화살 3개 내놔! 선생님, 여기 정문이 어디죠? 아, 여기군요. 어우, 씨. 나이스. 찔려 죽길 바란 것인가? 오케이, 일단 여기 물음표 아마 보관하는 건가요? 여기 약사님. 약사님, 여기 이분이신가? 약사님, 여기에서 안 보여. 약사님. 서브케.
You wanted to speak to me?
조카라는 신분이 이름이 조카입니다. 조카.
From Bleeding Mark?
조카분.
I'm guessing that's a place.
One of the desert's villages. They send their yield of ash blood so the Bereka over there can mark the skin of our soldiers. But it's been a long time since the last supply run. Too long.
If you think something happened to them, can't you send someone to go check?
Were it up to me. But with everyone fuming about our water rations, the commander can't spare any soldiers. My face paint will strike fear in your enemies. Take a look.
보상이 그거야? 아, 얼굴 바꿔주는 거? 노라전. 근데 가면 때문에 안 보여요. 연세랑 아누크. 근데 굳이 이거 심지어 돈도 내야 돼. 안 할래. 뭐지?
You mentioned the village up north sends some supplies to the capital. Ash blood?
It's a crimson stone that we grind into powder for our ink. Bleeding Mark has the largest supply. Our soldiers there gather and deliver it to us in exchange for their water rations.
Die for water.
Everyone in the clan depends on the wound in the sand for their water. Capital and outlying village alike. But the last delivery of ash blood was weeks ago. Our supply is running low. So must be their water.
If I'm out that way, I can look in on the village, find out what's the delay.
You have my thanks. Head north to a ruin where the desert meets the mountains. That's Bleeding Mark. Ask for Kentok or Natika there. They'll know what's going on.
오케이, 조카. 대홍. 오, 저기가 메인 캐고 일단 여기에서 자꾸 아르침 옷이랑 좀 쇼핑을 한번 해봅시다. 재단사씨 화살 파괴자 찐박힌 가죽 튼튼. 이거 좋은데? 치명적 일격이랑 함정수 근접 괜찮은데? 근데 이거를 근접을 입으면 제가 꼭 원거리 화살을 많이 쓰고요. 화살 원거리 좋은 걸 입으면 꼭 근접을 하게 되더라. 정말이지. 파란색. 수학자는 저쪽에도 있던 거고, 방랑자. 이건 덧사냥꾼이네요. 이제 보라색 나왔다. 타작인. 이거랑 뭔 차이죠? 옷이 이렇게 성의 없이 나올 거임? 똑같은데? 내 눈엔 똑같은데 뭔가 다른 게 있습니까? 와, 이건 중화기구나. 은신 원거리. 와, 척구변 개쎄 보인다. 나 까만색 이게 마음에 들긴 한데 심지어 가격도 비싸요. 945원에 써닝 서큘레이터가 없어서 못 사. 일단은 장바구니 넣어놓고 이제 살 수는 없지만 장바구니에 넣어놓고 이게 용기랑 이런 게 올라가고 무기 스템이나 이런 게 있으니까 제법 괜찮은 것 같은데? 정하기는 근데 이거는 옵션이랑 비주얼이랑 좀 안 맞긴 하다. 지금 입고 있는 게 이거거든요. 강력한 약효. 낮은 체력 시 방어력. 왜냐면 저는 많이 맞아서 늘 체력이 낮은 상태거든요. 그래서 그랬던 거였고 아무튼 그게 없어서 못 삽니다 지금은. 그러면 무기도 이제 슬슬 보라색이 나올 것 같은데? 근데 여기 무기 파는 데는 어디죠? 여기 뭐요? 아, 얼굴화가. 왜 근데 이런 채굴하는 것 같은 느낌의 아이콘이 있는 곳이요? 이쪽. 근접 전투장. 일단 저쪽으로 가서 무기 쇼핑도 좀 해봐야 될 것 같습니다. 새로운 곳에 오는 쇼핑몰 전체. 지금 너무 후달려. 지금 보관하고. 네, 선생님. 제발요. 정화수 사냥꾼의 말. 근데 이게 잠깐 방어구가 보라색 나올 정도면 무기도 보라색 제발 나오고요. 나옵니다. 나오는데 지금 못 사요. 이것도 그러면 안 파시나? 소대 사냥꾼 활. 아, 이거 오버드로랑 저거구나. 부식시키는 거고. 여기도 근접전 전투장이 있어서 이거 하면 뭐 주거든요.
What's going on here?
Close combat training. Fighting at long range is a good strategy for machines. But fighting an enemy soldier means getting up in their face. I'm Lerake. I run the training pit here in Scalding Spear. Only a few Outlanders have ever made it out this far west. But from what I've heard, you're a pretty good fighter. You can train here if you like, but you're only allowed your spear and a practice bow in the pit. Everything else stays with me. And if you're looking to test your fighting skills, I also offer challenges. Complete all of them, and you'll get to go up against me.
And what happens if I beat you?
I'll grant you a mark to prove you've mastered this training pit.
아니, 표식 말고 무기 좀 주시면 안 돼요? 무기나 뭐
If you
갑옷
earn
이런
marks
거?
from me and the pit masters of the Bulwark and Thorn March, you'll earn the right to challenge the Enduring.
I think I've heard of the Enduring. Some kind of Tanakh trainer?
More than just a trainer. The Enduring is a legendary fighter among the clans. The master of masters. Only those who prove themselves in the pits
나는
get to
끝까지
train with the
못할 수도
Enduring.
있어. 이게 왜냐면 가르쳐주는
Including
스킬을
Yes.
수행을 해야
If you
인정을
can
해주는
beat all the
거거든요.
pit masters. So, what will it be?
그래서 힘들어
Should you want to
나한테는.
practice or
그냥
take on a
저는
challenge? Just let me
가는
know.
대로 그냥 때리다가 하는 그건데. 그냥 해볼까? 근데 이걸 하면 좋긴 한 게 그거예요. 저 연습을 할 수 있긴 해. 2분 노라전사 RRR R 한번 해봐. 뭔가 왜 안 되죠? 선생님 왜 진행이 안 됩니까?
What's going on?
Close combat fighting, but I'm only but from you can touch everything and complete. I'll grant if you'll learn
맞아 이거
more than
무기도
only yes. So should
기본 무기 있어요. 안돼 못하네. 안 돼요. 진행이 안 돼. 지금 할 수가 없어요. 그냥 메인 캐를 하고 나중에 다시
Why would the wound give less water?
아세요?
These Why put guards around the wound?
You can't just take away our water. The wound gives less water. Our rations adjust.
What's going on?
We know the way of the desert. What's stopping us from taking what we want? And
Anyone else want to complain? We're the Desert Clan. We survive with what we have.
Your, commander's not much for hand-holding.
That is not our way. Even less so in her case. Shall we?
Sure. Can't wait.
너 엄청 길 것 같은데. 선택지에 선택지가 될
She's
것
with
같아.
me.
Draka's not the only one with harsh words for your commander.
The desert has bred survival into our clan's blood. We spit at death and charge into battle. Maybe a little too eagerly.
It's time we shut these rebels down.
왜? 좀 보다가. 여기서 들키면 안 되는. 사람을 보기라도 한 것인가? 설마 내가 아까 화살 꽂은 애가 얘인 거 아니지? 저거 어떡하지? 혹시 너 이름 미트니? 미트야, 어떡해! 화살은 뺐네? 아, 그래서 안 죽는 거였어. 선생님 혹시 보지는 않으셨죠? 야라님?
So,
야라 어디서
this is
만들었나?
the Outlander conspiring with the dissident Draka.
Demanding water does not make one a dissident, Yara.
Doesn't make Draka a commander either. You should advise him of that.
야라족.
Jataka said you needed
딴
help.
게임에서 나 야라를
Did
본
he
거
now?
같아.
Aloy has a unique insight into the ways of the Old Ones. She might be able to fix this before it gets out of hand.
Get to the point. What is Jataka talking about?
There is no water.
What do you mean?
I mean the wound in the
달로
sand, that
가셔야
which
되는데.
provides the clan with the water we need to survive, is completely dry.
This water source. Jataka said it's somehow related to the old ones?
From what we can tell, whatever water we take, it restores on its own. Over time. A few weeks ago, it stopped. I ordered rationing, searched for other viable sources. But everything else nearby is tainted one way or another.
But why the secrecy? Keeping your people in the dark seems to be making things worse.
If the clan knew, my command would be challenged.
There's no water, and you're worrying about keeping your command?
Think what you want. Between the machines, the storms, and Regala's uprising, I'm the only thing keeping this clan from falling apart.
Draka said your clan won't touch Regala.
Her grudge is with Chief Hikaru, not me. And I plan to keep it that way, so her troops don't turn on my clan. Besides, if she defeats Hikaru, she deserves to rule. That's the way of the tribe.
지금 컬러링이 되게 독일 쪽 생각나지 않습니까? 독일 국기?
Draka's people sacrificed a lot to get that water. He thinks you're hoarding it for yourself.
The perfect excuse to challenge my command. Like he's always wanted. Of course he makes it sound very noble.
쌍꺼풀에 노란 물감 낀 것까지
That he only
구현해놨어.
cares about his thirsty people. But all he really wants is to be in charge. And if he was, he'd face the exact same problem I have. There is simply not enough water to go around.
So how are you going to deal with not having any water?
Ration what little we have. Buy time to fix the wound.
And in the meantime, people die of thirst?
Every corpse weighs on me. That is what it means to be a commander. What matters is that the clan survives as a whole.
I can't promise anything.
또 이렇게 하청을
But if this
받고.
wound was built by the old ones, I might be able to fix it.
How exactly do you intend to do that?
Just show her the wound, Yara.
Very well. You can tell me when we get there.
After you.
The wound in the sand is this way.
Sweet.
You're not Karja or Oseram.
I was born amongst the
가야
Nora,
되는 건가요?
as far east as you are west.
새길로 잠깐
I've
샜다가
heard
못
of
가나요?
your people. They say only those who are exiled leave your lands.
There are exceptions.
What business does a Nora exception have in the West?
Believe it or not, to help people.
저기
Even the ones who
대장님
don't want it.
여기 저 근접이고 하고
Sounds like a
싶은데
difficult path.
진행이 안 되는데 이거 고쳐주시면 안 돼요? 대장님 마을이잖아요. 이거 설마 금지해 놓으신 거 아니죠? 우와 물은 없다더니 딴 먹을 건
This is it.
많은데?
The wound in the sand.
여기라고요?
Definitely built by the old ones.
뭔데 이거?
Focus should show me more. Pipes leading outside the settlement.
What do you see?
A trail.
파이프 따라가.
I doubt you'll find anything to fix the wound there.
기다려봐요.
I should be able to turn off my focus for a while. I can follow the pipe's general direction
What
now.
are you doing?
이어지는
Your wound leads underground.
We've tried going down there, but it's too narrow for anyone to reach the bottom.
내가 들어가야 되나? 아 여기 이제 보이네. 저쪽 저기 여기. 여기에서 저기. 저기에서 저기. 얘는 진짜 미쳤나 싶을 것 같아. 여기에서 여기. 좀 더. 아, 야라 어디서 나왔나 했더니 거기네. 파크라이. 맞아, 내가 거기에 세뇌를 당했었지. 어딘가. 좀 싸워야 될 것 같은데? 저 레비저 아닌데 설마?
Plasma's wasted against that machine.
아이고. 다시 내말이야. 최상위는 아닌 것 같아서. 굳이.
Machines.
알았어. 지금 시계 안 털리려고 하는데 안 털릴 수가 없는 거겠지? 하지만 난 지금 너무 귀찮고. 아이고. 도마뱀! 도마뱀 안 잡아도. 저기까지 가는 건가 설마?
The ground's wet too.
여기는 물이 있는데요? 뭔가 방금
The vein must have leaked here.
아닌데요?
Not enough to be the cause of the missing water, but enough for these plants to grow. We're on the right track.
You see all that on a patch of wet sand? Yep.
써니, 아 너구나. 나 너 필요해. 너의 품 필요한데 선생님들 쟤 좀 잡아주세요. 왜냐면 나는 님들 도와주니까. 안돼 어디가. 핫! 난 네가 필요해. 오늘 독수리지. 토막 코칭 말고. 아 Y자 빼. 그게 어렵다. 아닌가? 필요 없었나?
It looks like the metal from the wound. We really are following its trail.
As I've been saying,
나의
the
믿어요.
desert kills,
But it also surprises.
선생님들 벽 탈 줄 아세요?
pipes overlaid with my focus.
척 왈라네. 이거는 도마뱀도 아니네. 그냥 맛보인 공부 갖고 물고 넣고.
There's a lot of machines.
And a very dead soldier.
Is it one of yours?
I need to take a closer look.
We need to get rid of the machines first.
물이랑 정화수면 나 그거 해야 돼요. 소지품에서 신상 산 거. 아 저기 없네. 얘는 불도 되는구나. 그러면 너의 아픔이야. 이걸 하나 흥미를 주고 싶구나. 어우 쉣. 나 들켰나? 아리까리지 아직. 아직 아리까리지. 나 너 엄니 필요해. 오는데? 뭐지? 아 순간 쫄았고요. 엄니를 쉣. 저기 정말 있었구나. 나 보고 있네. 짜란. 엄니 입 벌려요. 청소기. 핫! 이빨 뽑으러 왔습니다만. 아 이빨 좀 뽑으려고 하니까 안 되네. 약 빨고 있냐고 안 됐고요. 저기요 선생님. 됐어. 저는 아직 아리까리 하고 있고. 너의 옴니는 내가 언제쯤 가질 수 있는 곳이냐. 진푸 심정을 있고. 쟤는 군댐이었어.
I can't override that machine until I find
얘는
my
내가
cauldron.
무슨 부품 줄 알았지? 딱히 없네. 이것 좀 생각해봐. 자원판이. 저 꼬리. 봐봐 머리. 저 빨간 건 뭐지? 빨간 아이콘은 뭐지? 내가 한단 건가? 이거 어디 갔어? 얘는 처음 보는 거네. 걔인 줄 알았는데 뭐죠? 뭐 냉기로 뭐 자주 나왔던 거 새같이 생긴 걔인 줄 알았는데 걔 이름이 이거였나? 왜 이렇게 자꾸 스파크가 생겨? 그리고 저기 한 마리 더 있었는데 와이드물 이거를 괜찮은 것 같아요. 훨씬 다행이고 이거 주워. 어그로 좀 끌어봐. 하하. 오나요? 엄니 나 엄니 해야 되는데 엄니 패딩이 안 돼서 그런가? 걸려. 계속 에모 필요. 선생님 오는데 쇼? 제가 대신 맞아줬어. 너무 고맙고요. 이빨! 엄니! 입 벌려. 오케이! 안 됐고, 오케이 같은 소리 하고 있네. 여기 이거 한 발 더. 맞아! 됐고요. 죽어버렸어. 누가 막 다쳤죠? 엄니는 가질 수 없었다고. 입 벌려! 정말 엄니 너무 가지기 힘들다. 알은 먹을 게 없으니까.
I can get it from my stash later.
이거를 잘 샀다잉.
You know him?
That is one of Draka's men. I will cut off that dissident's head and feed it to the vultures if he had anything to do with...
We don't know what happened here yet. And we still have a trail to follow.
Lead the way.
계속 따라가야지. 물성 같은 게 있으나? 빨리 진짜 그거를 찾아야 되는데. 빨리 그걸 사야
Water.
되는데.
Barely a lick's worth. But there are no streams in this area.
Which means
These anchors. That soldier must have used them to get up this cliff.
he must have been going back to Arrowhand when those machines got him.
Maybe he found something up there worth reporting back about.
We'll find out soon enough.
샤인그린. 샤인이고? 왜 맨날 나 바꿔서 말하지? 반대일 거라고 생각해서 반대로 말하면 그 반대가 진짜임.
What is this?
A problem.
새고 있는
I'm gonna need my focus. That weapon. Looks like Draka's man tried to pry this open, but he didn't know what he was doing. And now the water's not going where it's supposed to.
Sabotage.
Or ignorance.
그러니까 이런 거에 대해서 뭐 정보가 없으니까 그랬겠지.
Don't think this is gonna do anything.
또 타고 올라가는 것이요? 여기에서 where? 저걸 미리 당겨놨어야 되네.
Maybe if I follow that main pipe, I'll find something useful.
당겨. 오케이, 됐고요. 그럼 나 빨리 올라가는 건 없어? 그냥 정석대로 해야 되고. 여기에서 반사점.
What do you need me to do? Just, stay here. Let me know if anything changes.
눈도
I'm
따라와.
gonna take a look around. A valve. That might help.
Hey, it stopped leaking.
됐어?
It looks like that stopped the water flow.
이거 진짜 다행
I just need to
라이트였어.
find a way to
여기
get
아래.
it to Scalding Spear.
여기 아래 좀비들이 뒤치고 했을 것인데.
That's the same type of machinery we found outside. Only this one's not leaking. Maybe it can help me switch the water flow. Sounds like the water's switched.
바뀌었어?
Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water
근데
circulating.
한전뿐만이 아니라 수자원 공사에서도 나와야 돼. 이거 뭐 다 해야 돼? 이건 뭐지? 그냥 여기 그냥 사다리로 점프 가능? 아니 어떻게 가는 거야? 반사 점프? 아닌데?
I'm not getting up through there. The system switched back.
장난?
Couldn't hold the water pressure. I need to find a way up to that valve.
다시 해야 돼 이거? 모르긴 했어.
Sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs. Get that water circulating.
아니 나 유튜브 안 거야? 어쩐지 이거를 해야 되는데 그래픽이 너무 좋아가지고 헷갈려. 눈에 띄질 않아. 됐고
Ran out of time.
다시
I need to hit the switch again.
나 타이머도
And try
제일
to reach
싫어.
that valve upstairs right after.
알겠어 이거 열심히 해볼게. 이거 가서
Sounds like the water's switched. Gotta open the valve upstairs.
듣고
Get that water circulating.
가서 안사점 주시고 여기서 사다리 점 가주시고 밸브 됐습니까? 뭐야 훨씬 나온 줄 알았더니 아니었고
Sounds like that did something.
됐어?
Aloy, I can hear water in the room
나가면
again.
될까?
Anything leaking?
Not that I can see.
Let's hope that means my plan
선생님
worked.
제가 여기를 못 지나가겠는데요? 이거 맞아? 아니 여기를 못 가면 어떡해? 오 너무 당황스럽고요. 대화 좀 여기선 안 될까? 여기서 못 갔어.
That should do it.
This will return water to Scalding Spear?
Checking the wound is the only way to be sure.
Draka knew what would happen if the capital was left without water. But he didn't care. All he wanted was to cause a crisis so he could challenge my command.
We don't know that for sure.
Meet me back at the wound when you can. Please. To make sure the water will flow.
I will. Don't do anything rash about Draka.
Only an upstart acts rashly. A commander bides her time. Hey. The desert was kind to lead you to us.
나한테 잘해라.
Things are about to get ugly between Draka and Yara. Maybe I can head it off.
나 자꾸 파크라이의 야라 했던 그 방송 자꾸 생각나. 여기 구멍 때릴 데 없습니까? 없고 선이 여기 찍어야 되겠구나.
You have some nerve.
I feel like I
You want to talk?
싸워.
That doesn't sound good.
Watch your tone.
Or what? You'll let these two kill me?
I hear we got new armor.
싸워라.
How could you let this happen?
How did I let this happen? You're the one who sabotaged the wound in the first place. You're lucky we were able to fix it, or your head would already be on a spear.
You call that fixed? It's just a dribble. And it's not my fault. I already told you, Ukta came to me. He said he found something in the desert that might get us water.
사람 또 누군데?
I had no idea it had anything to do with the wound.
And you expect me to believe that?
Aloy, I came for the water that was owed to us, and when I found out that there is no water, they arrested me.
As I already told you, the water is returning.
거리가 멀어요,
But slowly.
파이프.
It'll be weeks before the wound is full again. Until then, I will send Arrowhand what I can.
You hid what happened to the wound. How can we believe you now?
Draka.
No, you know what? Enough of this. No more words. Consider that a challenge.
진짜. 야, 니네 저쪽에 근접한 투장 쓰려고 나 못 쓰게 한 거야?
And meet us at the gate of the vanquished.
야, 싸워라 일단 진짜 싸워. 좀
Leave
싸워.
This will be the end of the clan.
니들 알아서 해라. 그래. 이 동네도 아니고. 난 딴 동네 가자.
I have to stop it.
아니,
We
퀘스트
have to
보상이나
stop it.
주세요.
Hold on a second. Help me understand. What do you mean, the end of the clan?
Both sides will take their most loyal squads to the Gate of the Vanquished. Then they'll butcher each other as part of a ritual challenge. But it won't stop there. Whoever wins will try to wipe out the loser's loyalists all over the desert. The fighting could last for months. Those two scabheads are going to doom us all.
Can't you stop them?
I'm a chaplain. I provide counsel. I cannot force them to heed it. Even Chief Hikaro can't intervene. It is a matter for the clan alone.
What is this gate?
The doorway to a dead cauldron. A symbol of what the tribe aspires to. The defeat of deranged machines.
Dead. What shut it off?
No one knows. But it is a place of great significance for our clan. Even greater now, since it will mark the onslaught of a massacre.
What makes you think I can help you stop them? I'm not even from this tribe.
They both owe you a debt. You aided them when no one else could. And you've seen into their hearts, just like I have. Misguided in different ways, but no less worthy of the people they protect. Your words might be enough to spear some sense into them.
Yeah, well, they're not exactly good listeners.
And you are no ordinary speaker, especially with a bow in your hand. I will go to the Gate of the Vanquished, southwest of here, to stall them. But without you, I'm afraid we'll run out of body bags fast.
끌어들이시는. 아이고, 집요하신 분 없지 않았나요, 여태까지? 대놓고 이렇게 말씀하신 분? 일단 기술 포인트도 6개가 되었고, 뭘 찍지? 일단 근접 올인을 하고 있습니다. 배탈 얘기 그런 거 있거든요.
Red hair? Keen eye?
이 동네 이 머리
Big
유행
spear.
맞는 것 같은데?
Those ingredients mean a Nora warrior.
What you said about your food making a soldier stronger, do you believe that?
You think soldiers are the only ones with skills? Blades aren't just for war. Slice up the right ingredients and you'll be stronger in the field. With the correct preparation.
빙사.
Your friend doesn't seem convinced by your claims.
The people here would stick their heads in the ground and drill out their dinners like grazers if they could. But I'm convinced if I show Hakata here, if I show any of them the benefits, then the others will come around.
내가 강해지는 수 있는 구독 공짜로.
This meal can make me stronger?
Stronger, healthier, more resistant. There are all sorts of benefits depending on how I prepare it. You vary your diet, you benefit from the different properties of the food. Look at the Oseram. They drink all that beer and come out barrel-shaped. So why is it so hard to believe that food could change you in other ways?
근데 나 음식 아직도 한 번도 안 사 먹어봤어.
What else are you selling?
너무
Dining
귀찮고요.
delights, tastes of heaven, and meals to make a
게임도
warrior
이렇게
of you.
오래 했는데
A
27%밖에
better
안 돼요.
warrior of
한
you.
거. 100원? 이거 돈이 드네. 여기는 공짜로 안 주잖아. 그럼 안 되는데요. 아, 꼬지랑 승리랑 먹으면 맛있다. 아이고. 안 돼. 술 그만 먹어야 돼요. 거래됐고.
What ingredients do you need?
Some bird meat and a little
쇠고기나
mystery
좀 있는지?
ingredient.
If it stays a
제발.
mystery, I won't be able to get it
제발
for
내가
you.
있는 걸로 해줘.
Wild
그냥
bird's
갖고 가.
eggs. These soldiers won't touch them. They claim warriors only eat meat.
알은
But
없는데.
a true warrior takes every advantage.
갈게. 더 이상 먹을 거 없지?
I'll get you those ingredients.
See, Hakata? True
알은
soldiers aren't
에반데, 알.
cowards in the kitchen. You can get the eggs from the island in Desert's Tier,
선이요.
the lake just outside the walls.
아 잠깐 눈
As for
좀
the meat,
닦고.
plenty of birds feed in the grasses around the shores. Bring the
그래도 이
ingredients back
게임은
here,
사이드
and you'll
퀘가
get
딴
that
게임에
meal for
비해서
free.
진짜 복부 셔틀이 아니라 그래도 좀 그나마 괜찮은 느낌인 것 같긴 해요. 나쁘지 않아. 그래도 그나마 막 뺑치는 느낌은 아니긴 해요. 아, 쇠고기 아직 두개 모질라네. 그래서 기꺼이 할 수 있어. 괜찮아. 할 수 있어. 어디지? 아, 눈물 좀 닦고. 새랑, 근데 이 보상이 뭐지? 퀘스트. 기술 포인트 1점밖에 안 줘? 바다에 비해 좀 에바한 것 같긴 한데, 그래도 내가 세금 그동안 모아온 게 있으니까. 저기 시퍼렇게 희번뜩, 희번뜩 빛난 저 눈은 하마 눈깔인가? 잠깐만. 저기 웬 새가 오나가나? 활동도? 한번 죽일 수도 있어. 이건 뭘까? 이 극한의 귀찮음을 보여드리고 있죠? 가마우즈니까 뭡니까? 갈매기. 갈매기는 쇠고기 주겠지? 제발 고기가 있어라. 갈매기는 여태까지 내가 그 재료로는 못 봤는데. 갈매기. 오케이, 갈매기 깃털 드는 거 보니까 재료 쓰는 거 같은데 이거 나중에?
Try this in my stash later.
고기, 쇠고기 하나 더 필요하고 새 알이 여기 있기 때문에 새 고기 여기서 떠 있는 애들로 약간 조달 가능할 것 같긴 한데 새 알을 얻으려면
There
저
should be
하마
goose eggs on
먹어야
this
될 것
island. If I
같은데.
can. That's one.
아, 거위 여기 있어? 거위나 저기 나 봤니? 나 봤어니? 잠깐 너 없니? 아, 없니 받아야 되는데 없니가 어디가 아, 나한테 직접 오시게요? 아니면 키운 건가? 나 샤인 맨날 샤인 그린 샤인 저거 지금 길 빠질 때까지 기다리려고 저는 한 마리라고 해도 좋다. 한 마리밖에 없다 이거. 엄마 어디 몸 좀 식히셔야죠. 어디 가시나? 아이고 오시려고? 가까이서 맞으시려고? 아씨 떨어져 가서 딜 쳐야 되는데. 엄니 내놔 엄니 주세요. 엄니 달라고 이빨 엄니가 보였는데 엄니 내놔 엄니 주세요. 피하고 잠깐 뭐 쏘니? 잠깐 나 넘어진 거였어? 이거 또 맞아. 이거 아닌데요? 잘못 선택했고요. 한 칸 옆이었고요. 이빨 내놔 이빨. 이빨 달라고 임마. 이빨 이빨. 이빨 이빨. 이빨. 아직 데미지 남았다. 아. 아. 오. 아. 아 가능할 것 같은데. 하지만 청소기. 나 왜 스톱 됐고요. 이빨 벌려 임마. 검진 받아야지. 검진 받아야지. 검진. 죽어버렸고요. 이번에도 이빨은 뽑지 못했습니다. 에라이. 알이나 어째? 여러 개 있네요. 저 새고기는 있지 않을까? 저 뭔데? 오이씨, 기계세잖아, 돌은.
Could try my focus. See what it picks up.
아니, 와이드모 밑에 있으면 안 되는 겁니까? 쟤는 빙인디. 둘이거나 빙이었는데 여태까지 내가 만난 새들은 오래 걸리는 느낌이지. 잠깐만. 그래? 그거 잡쏴. 너는 뭐야? 둘이야, 빙이야. 불 뽑는 거 보니까 저놈은 빙인 거 같은데? 그럼 잠깐 슬링 바꿔야 돼. 슬링이거나 아니면 선생님 스캔 좀. Where? 뭐냐고. 그냥 쏴봐. 물 뽑는 거 보니까 빙 아니냐 너? 핫! 맞는 거 같은데. 정신 사나워 내려와. R을 주든가. R. 와이드 뭐 잡수고 가 그냥. 잡수고 가세요. 어디 갔어? 뭐야? 이거 씨 경량이었잖아. 내려와. 셋! 오케이. 빨리 치명적 일격 날려주시고 죽었고. 일로 와. 아이씨 가까이 와. 가까이. 됐다. 치명적 일격. 뭐냐? 이거 세네. 역시 속좀 중요하고요. 딴 놈들 더 안 오겠지 설마. 진짜 경량이었구나. 잠깐 해 한 마리에 유시 있는데 너 왜? 거위 길드? 야, 너 둘 다 줬으면 좋겠다. 나의 재료. 아리아 저 위에 있는 거.
That's the bird meat. Now I just need the eggs.
R where? 그런 거 같네요. 생나무 이런 식으로 배치해놓은 거 보니까 굳이 그래야만 했나? 제작진. 보라색 좀 있겠지. 여기 있네. 있는 상자. 이 발성 뚠뚠이. 이건 무슨 오염물질 만들 때 필요하긴 하더라고. 뭐지? 얼마가? R.
That's all the eggs. Time to get back to Saltbite.
뭔가요? 여기 나름 그 상인들도 좀 있네요. 근데 나 돈이 없어. 돈이 큰일이야. 보통 얘기 중에 상처에 소금 뿌린다는 얘기가 있잖아요. 이게 약간 그런 뉘앙스의 돈 내기 건가? 평소 맞는 거 아니야? 설마. 어이, 봤다고. 너도 나에게 이제 공짜로 밥 줘야지.
It's time for us to prepare the chef's special.
How did you know I had your ingredients?
Every cook worth their salt can read people as well as they can cuts of meat. Fakata, let us work our magic.
오랜만에 음식 먹는다. 한 그릇
May the
뚝딱.
courage of your stomach bring you victory in battle. We'll be here whenever you desire more delicacies. And your next meal will be on the house.
왜요?
So, Hakata.
아니면 앞으로?
All right. If that Nora will risk the chef special, I will try it. But if that slime sickens me,
It's no whining that turns stomachs around here, Hakata. But this meal will put that right. I'll see you in training later.
Cook's right. Those meals could give me an advantage.
나 여기서
Maybe I
뻘스
should pick
타고
some
있을
up
때가
before I
아닌
go.
것 같은데? 하필 버프를 받아버렸네. 뭐지? 회복 버프? 이렇게 들어가. 어디 있어? 나 지금 급한데. 일단 한 판 싸우고 와야 되나? 너무 아까운데? 버프가? 버프가 너무 아까워.
I can get it for my stash later.
일단 됐고 쇼핑 쥐 빠르게 하고 이거 여기서 하는 거구나. 죄송합니다. 이거 수리 좀 해드릴게요. 아씨 이거 좀 해도 될까요? 저 안에 보라색 뭐가 있더라고요.
You do that everywhere you go?
네.
Well, I
네,
guess we can use it for storage.
아
That doesn't make you
긍정적이시네.
eligible for a discount.
그래요? 안 깎아줘도 되는데 더 비싸게만 받지 말아주세요. 그것이 중요하달까. 나 지금 굉장히 쪼들리고 있거든요. 블랙박스다.
And shut down engines 1 and 2. You gonna pass me that bottle?
9개나 남았어.
You really think these soldiers can hold back those combat machines?
Well, this was always gonna be a one-way trip, so I guess they're gonna have to.
쇼핑 시작해도
enduring
안
victory?
없어지나?
Zero Dawn, whatever the hell it is.
제로던. 이런 거 되게 많이 파는데 갈수록. 재료가 어차피 없네. 쉘워커 전기총. 그린샤인 공원이. 양아치 아니야, 완전. 롤러백 망치고리. 나 이거 나중에 뭔가 되게 전설급 무기 나오면 그때 해야 될까봐 평소는 못하겠어요. 생각보다 쪼들리거든요, 지금. 내가 너무 쓸데없는 걸로 팔아서 막 업그레이드를 시켜서 그런 건가?
You, Nora! Could you assist us with these chargers?
We're supposed to be guarding against strangers.
Pick your target! Down it goes!
That's the last of the chargers. Let's find out what those Tenok are doing here.
Hatacto, over here.
Yeah.
You follow orders.
Head down to the rocks, draw them away.
타타토씨,
Your
뭔데요,
orders.
타죠?
I'm, guessing you were Tenok the patrol. How did you end up in trouble with
진짜 이
those
왼쪽
chargers?
사람
You
머리
need to
유행인가
answer
보다.
our questions. We don't
나
answer
에일로이,
yours.
나 에일로이.
Hatacto, she just fought on our side.
That doesn't mean she's an
아직
ally.
인지도가 좀
That's pretty
부족한가
much
보구만.
exactly what that means. And we've enough to do chasing down these Regala zealots without picking fights with Nora warriors.
Regala's desert to Noth. We should be fighting alongside her instead of sitting this out.
Regala has forgotten her duty and let her anger at the Karja draw us into We will speak about this later. You fought with courage and honor. You're free to go on to the Grove, Nora.
The Grove?
Our capital. If you want to spend time in this area, you'd be
입장
wise to
허가해
check in with the
주시는
commanders
건가?
there.
If Regala's broken her duty, then why aren't we bringing her to justice?
Because we follow
그래서
orders.
니는 끝?
And orders are we stay neutral in this fight.
아,
What sort of
중립
soldier
지키라.
hides from a fight?
아, 걔네 맞아. 얘네
It's
지금
questions like that that got us posted to guard
동네
duty here, Hitako.
두 개 사이에서 지도자 둘 사이에서 싸우고 있지. 아, 그거 어떻게 되는 거야? 뭐 차도 있어?
Doesn't look like there's any way to climb this tonic.
플랫 근처에는 또 이렇게 있어? 아, 비싼 거 써고. 올라가야 되는데. 그래.
I can't see a way to climb
어떻게
this
가야
tonic.
되냐 여기? 설마 저 위에서 뛰어내려야 되는 거 아니지? 어떻게 올라가야 되지? 저 위에? 그거 밑에 이거 의외로 되게 아이 샷 역시 있었어 이것들.
Lost ammo's not gonna do much.
아, 레이저 좀 짜증나는데.
Guess I can't climb this one for now.
당장은 못 올라간다고? 그럼 이거 못 하는 거네, 지금은 어차피. 블랙. 그렇다면 문제해야 되는데.